Hello everyone, welcome back to Axel Racing once again. You join me here on Forza Motorsport 2023, of course, the brand new Forza Motorsport. And boy oh boy, this is just Ferrari week. We had the SF90, the Ferrari Roma, and to be perfectly honest, we've got the 488, the F8, the FXK, Monza, the Corsa Caliente 488, and the Portofino still to drive yet. So this is just going to be deliberately Ferrari week, which means next up is the 488. Now obviously this was the successor to the 458, one of the best cars of its time. You know, everything was like, well, what's better than the 458, you know? So yeah, you know what, as soon as we've landed on it, Kyalami. Let's take the Ferrari 488 round the new Kyalami circuit, which is a new to Forza track. Obviously we have been here already in the BRM Formula 1 car, but we're returning now in a Ferrari 488. Now this is just a road car, there's no racing spec, I suppose. We have obviously got the Corsa Caliente and other cars like that to try, but we'll get to that.
Kyalami sits at over 5,000 feet above sea level. So, naturally aspirated engines.
So there we go. Ferrari 488. Let's see what happens. 2 laps Kyalami. Now I'm expecting this to be just a little bit more like the 458, and it does, obviously it does look a lot more like the 458. Oh, but it puts the power down so much better than the the Roma and the SF90. I don't know if they are just massively overpowered or got too much torque. But you can just plant your foot in this and away it goes. So into turn 1 at Kyalami we go, over the curb, we run it out wide again. This feels like such a race ready car. Once again, absolutely nailing all the corners straight away. Yeah, this feels a lot more like the old 458, which is probably why I'm driving it a lot better, because it's a lot more familiar to me. The old 458 was our old GT car back in Forza Motorsport 7. There we go now. Oh, I'm still still learning the track, so still making a few mistakes here and there. Remember to keep it in tight to this corner. Short shift up through this one, keep it tight to the inside curb, and that's it. The corner opens up as we go uphill to the next hairpin, where we can jump on the brakes a little bit later than normal, get the car turned in absolutely perfectly. This, I'll be perfectly honest, this just feels like a much better driving version of the 458, which I didn't really think was possible. Maybe I'll take it back, maybe the SF90 and the Roma definitely do need some tuning up, because this is great out, just straight out of the box as it is. Obviously we've done no setup changes, no testing in the car. What you see with this channel is what you get. I jump straight in the car, I drive it, whatever happens happens. That's it. Here we go, onto the start finish straight for the second time now. Let's see what kind of speed we get. Now obviously I can see it's not as fast in a straight line, you know, but we're still pulling up to 160 miles an hour by the time we jump onto the brakes for turn 1, and it stops fantastically and it turns in with no dramas either. How about that? Yeah, that first sector is just fantastic. And this is amazing to drive. Highly recommend this car. Yeah, it just goes. You want to put a little bit more power down, it's like, okay, let's go. Remember not to touch those curbs on the outside again, otherwise it really does screw you over. But I got that corner perfectly that time. Right, remember to once again keep it tight on the inside here. Over the curb, short shift up, power out of the corner and up the hill. This is it, we're really getting to grips with the track and the car straight away. A little bit deep into the hairpin, maybe a little bit too late on the brakes. That double apex out of the hairpin really catches you out. You're like, yes, I can get back on the power, and like, maybe not, because there's another corner there. He's running a little bit wide at the bottom of the hill, completely miss our braking zone. Once again, it wouldn't be an Axel racing video without a cock up or two, would it? Anyway, down one gear. Power slide the car through that penultimate corner. Down 2 more gears into the last corner, over the curbs. On the power nice and early. Onto the start finish straight. And across the line. There we go. That was the Ferrari 488. I'm so impressed with that because it was perfect straight away. Obviously, you know, some people might want to do a little bit of setup on it, but I've got to say, you can just put the power down in it and it will take it. Like, it is spot on. So that was it, the Ferrari 488. More Ferraris to come on Ferrari week here on Axel Racing, and I'll see you all in the next one.